Welcome back to Aria the Scarlet Ammo anime review episode we're discuss for the series the OVA. Yep. The OVA is called Gota is going on a hot springs training camp. Now, this particular OVA, the stars, the characters this one are pretty much most of the characters in the series so far. At this point, which is basically Kenji, Arena, Suniko, Rinko, Genie, and Riki, and of course their teacher, and Muto. Yep, these are the characters. They're on a training trip to a hot spring. Yep, because it's an anime, gotta have a hot spring episode. Gotta have a hot spring, though it's an original, so it doesn't really count in the course main story. So they first get lost in the fog, like, oh, maybe just an illusion. Okay, fine. And then they arrive at the hot spring and meet the landlady, who looks pretty young for her age. Turns out she's a woman in her 60s, and she used to be a boutier. But she retired because the family has something for bathing. Well, they love bathhouses, so we have a bathhouse scene where we have the two male leads. We have Muto and Kiji in one bath. Of course, they had this thing where all the girls really want to bathe with them, and they all want to snuggle with them. Like, oh, snuggle be at 6, snuggle be at 12. I mean, Kiji, you have all these beautiful women, with the exception of Genie, who want to be with you, and yet you're just being oblivious to it. And of course, Riki brings along her wolf that she got back in episode 10. Which, kudos for the OVA for remembering that, because, well, she got it, so why not? From what I remember, I don't know if, in fact, that the wolf of itself appears outside of Book 3. I don't know, because they capture the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if she has the damn thing. Yep. And also, Riki has not given the wolf a name. Which, I get the fact they're registered as a Butai dog, but they don't really establish exactly what the thing's name is, because normally whenever a character gets itself like a pet like this, usually give it a name. But nope, not this one. So, yeah, the thing is with the landlady, she's no friend of the teacher's, and of course the teacher is the smoking hot 24-year-old Tatsumi, which of course is the sub, which apparently Muto gets basically a gun pointed at him for daring to address the teacher with an honorific. Yep, calling her sensei, which, that's fine. I have no problem with that at all, because she's a teacher, so why not call her sensei? Now, the slight problem with it, now this looks like a sort of a minor class trip, where you have two guys, and like, let's see, 3, 4, about 5 women, plus a teacher. I mean, if this was a class trip, they would invite the whole class. This seems like a small group to bring for a teacher. Maybe it's a supervisor field trip. So, they have all the girls, basically. Now, what's the most number one thing women tend to talk about with each other in an anime? Their breast size. Aria, of course, doesn't want to talk about it because she's got a small chest. Well, the reason why she's like that is because she got shot when she was a kid. And, of course, well, of course, the 60-year-old, of course, she would basically come out with a towel. At least she didn't take it off. Muto, of course. Now, TG did not want to come along because of his hysteria move, which, by the way, he doesn't really use in this OVA. Nope. So, Muto tries to peek at the girls, but he's stopped by the ninja. Turns out she's sending him a ninja to try to protect a famous old man who wanted to reform the world. Who this man is, they don't really say. So, then after the bath, they pretty much have the characters do ping pong. Because, of course, ping pong. Okay, that's quite interesting. And then, of course, they go off, and then, of course, Genie disappears. Then she wakes up in a mannequin, and then pretty much the thing becomes sort of a thing from the grunge. I've seen bits and pieces of the grunge, and this pretty much is, this OVA is simply put a parody of it in a way, though it uses the characters from the series as the substitute for the characters appear in the film and The Grudge. And they all get various little deaths in the way. And it ever gets knocked unconscious, and then, of course, like, thing ends like, oh, It seems like they went back in time. They're not really explained here. And they arrive at the hot spring, and they tell the lady, like, "Didn't you just be a boudier and you're also in your 60s?" And he's like, "Sister, did you tell them about me before you arrived?" And they probably could say, "Oh, we've been here before." But nope, the thing ends basically with, "Oh yeah, she also tells Riki she has to keep her wolf outside." I'm like, really? Yet you had no problem with it inside the thing before. Yeah, this is never explained. And then we see a little boy they were chasing throughout this, where he's still there, and the mystery is not really solved. Despite this OVA being pretty much not canon, it's a pretty fun OVA to watch. I mean, yes, it's good fan service to see all the female characters in the bath, like the bath scene. That's perfectly fine. I have no problem with it at all. Yep. But it's an okay story, per se. It's interesting though, Mudo was out as a pervert. That was something. At least the main character's not a pervert. Yeah, that's something though with Peppercorn. It seems like almost every character he voices tends to be a pervert in some way. Yeah. But in the case of Kichi, he's unintentionally a pervert. The other ones are intentional. Yep. But that's the way Peppercorn is. Yeah, him and Eric Vale have this thing where a lot of their characters, not every single one of them, tend to be perverts in some way. But they probably do it just be pure fun. Yep. The Eric Vale is nowhere to be seen in the series. Neither is Christopher Sabat. Yeah. But all in all, okay OVA, but as is the case of the series itself, it's a good series. I kind of wish, like I said, I kind of wish for season 2. But it's been like 9 years since the series aired. Yes, 9 years. And yet, no sign of a season 2. Is it possible could it get season 2? Well, so I ask, is there source material for it? Yes. Yes, there is. You know how many volumes are allowed to be adapted? Well, there's like 31, so you got about 28 left to adapt. You have enough there for, if you want to continue like 3 books per season, you have enough to do, I'd say about 9 more seasons if you want to. Yeah, it just depends exactly if, in fact, that the studio makes the series. By the way, the studio who made the series was Jace. Yeah, they're made, and I gotta say, really good job. But the thing with JC staff is that I would say almost all the anime I watched that are from them, except for 2, tend to be based upon light novels. The only 2 are not is One Punch Man and with One Punch Man, Seven Deadly Sins, and Witchcraft Works. Yeah, those 3 are the only ones I can think of where they were based upon manga, because it seems like almost a lot of the ones I've watched are adapted from light novels. Yep. But not much else to say about this particular series. So now I'm going back to Naruto Shippuden. Yep. I might be at this for a while, so if you're curious, what's my next anime going to do? Start from the end. And after that, the only anime plan is basically, well, as for Aria the Scarlet Ammo AA, I'll probably get to this later. I want to read the manga first before I watch the anime. Next thing I'm probably to do, well, next and next one probably the art longer than this. Where this one was 4, that one's probably gonna be about, I'd say about 6 or 7. Yeah, depends how long it takes me to get done those episodes. Okay, so in case tomorrow, it's gonna be all shipping in tomorrow. Okay, see you next video. Bye.